That's a powerful topic. Here is a speech focused on the necessity and application of critical thinking in the modern world. The essential skill: thinking, not just believing. Friends, colleagues, and fellow thinkers, we live in a world overflowing with information. Every second we are bombarded with headlines, social media posts, statistics, and opinions. We consume more data in a day than our grandparents did in a year. But here is the critical problem. Our brains were not designed to process this torrent. They were designed for survival, which means taking mental shortcuts. The danger today is not a lack of information, it's a lack of thoughtful filtering. We are becoming a society that is brilliant at receiving, but less skilled at evaluating. The most essential skill we can cultivate today isn't coding, marketing, or management. It is critical thinking. It is the discipline of thinking about thinking. What critical thinking really means. Critical thinking isn't about being cynical, nor is it about winning an argument. It's not about memorizing facts. Search engines do that perfectly well. Critical thinking is the ability to ask the right questions about the information you receive. It involves three key actions. 1. Interrogating the source. Before you accept a claim, you must look at its origin. We often confuse volume with validity. Just because a million people share an opinion doesn't make it true. Ask, who is saying this? Do they have relevant expertise? Do they have a clear agenda or conflict of interest? What is the evidence? Is it anecdotal or is it based on verifiable data? Is the study methodology sound? Where could I find a counter-argument? Actively seek out perspectives that challenge your own. This step is about resisting the urge to take the path of least resistance and simply accepting what is most convenient or popular. 2. Identifying cognitive biases. Our brains are masters of self-deception. We all possess cognitive biases, systematic errors in thinking that affect the decisions and judgments we make. The two most dangerous in the age of information are confirmation bias. We instinctively favor information that confirms our existing beliefs and ignore evidence that contradicts them. We are drawn to people and sources that make us feel right. And availability heuristic. We overestimate the likelihood of events that are easily recalled or seen frequently, like a dramatic news story, leading us to make decisions based on emotion rather than statistical reality. To be a critical thinker, you must be a detective of your own mind. You must pause and say, am I believing this because it's true or because it makes me comfortable? 3. Embracing intellectual humility. The true mark of a critical thinker is not how much they know, but how readily they can admit what they don't know and when they are wrong. This is intellectual humility. It takes courage to say, my initial assumption was incorrect, or I need more data. But every time you correct your own thinking, you become smarter, more resilient, and more credible. In our personal lives, intellectual humility allows us to have constructive disagreements instead of emotional shouting matches. In our professional lives, it allows us to innovate and course correct before small mistakes become catastrophic failures. The call to action. The greatest challenges facing our world, from complex organizational problems to global issues, will not be solved by passionate ignorance. They will be solved by disciplined thought. Start today. When you encounter new information, don't just ask what is the answer. Ask the deeper questions. How do I know this is the answer? What assumptions am I making? What if the opposite is true? By practicing this discipline, we ensure that we are not simply consumers of thought, but creators of better, more reasoned, and more ethical solutions. Let us commit to thinking, not just believing. Thank you.